11 seconds of opening logos. You can already tell this FS project has a bigger budget by its incredibly professional use of lens flare.
Sorry, can I call you back? There's someone at my door.
Character hears someone at the door and just has to hang up the phone cliché.
Hi, neighbor! Barney, we talked about this. You can't just come over anytime you want.
Nosy neighbor casually violates personal boundaries cliché. Also, after over 7 years of being terrorized by this random man, Fred still has no idea what a restraining order is.
Well, I was walking by and noticed you don't have your Christmas lights up.
Thinking everybody celebrates Christmas cliché.
Alright, yeah, I'll see you.
See ya.
Barney manages to deck an entire house in Christmas lights in 10 seconds, and Fred brushes it off like it's another Tuesday. Also, despite this being a very important hint at his true identity later in the movie, Barney's plot-breaking power of superhuman speed is never used or acknowledged again. Movie forgets to include an epilepsy warning.
Did you get a chance to look over the contract that the guy had me sign? Is there any loopholes or anything that can get me out of it?
Gabriel Jimenez.
Well, this is pretty ironclad. They got you for 30 years.
Legal drama hinges on someone not reading the fine print cliché. Also, who in their right mind signs a 30-year lease without reading it? Fred had plenty of time to read the basic fine print on a single-page contract nonetheless. Like it or not, this is mostly his fault.
No, you signed the 30-year paper. You should have read it.
Gabriel Jimenez would be excellent at Cinema Sins.
I can't live next to that guy for 30 years. I'm gonna raise my family next to that guy for forever. But, man, he tricked me.
Fred goes from casually annoyed to full-on existential crisis mode in record-breaking time.
My hands are tied. Well, I guess technically your hands are tied for 30 years.
Lawyer, who was apparently the best in town, outright dismisses the existence of a 3-year verbal agreement. Couldn't a legal eagle do something here other than basically say, get lost in legal speak?
Alright, well, thank you for your time and for the information.
Blindly trusting a lawyer's advice after a 2-minute conversation over the phone.
Barney, you told me 3 years. Now I'm locked in for 30 years.
Fred only now realizes that reading the lease before signing it might have been a good idea.
I might have an answer to your solution.
I might have an answer to your solution. Wait, what?
How long's the job last?
Basically a night.
Somehow vague phrasing like basically a night is never followed up with obvious questions like how many hours exactly, or what does basically mean? After these chips face away from the camera in one shot, they are suddenly facing toward the camera in the next. Ryan Lee is only 4th place on the naughty list. Also, Barney decides to put himself on his own naughty list for existing? What's the explanation here? This movie has more unresolved plot points than the Tommy Wiseau film.
Fred, you see my hat?
Because putting on a Santa hat automatically makes someone Santa. Fred Smith has never seen a mall Santa in his entire life.
Got lots of businesses, but
I'm an entrepreneur Santa.
Barney's explanation for being Santa essentially boils down to entrepreneurship magic.
where are you gonna get all those toys?
Let me show you how.
Barney proceeds to wait an entire day before finally showing Fred how.
Say hello, elves.
Movie claims it's Christmas Eve, but this clock says it's December 14th.
Where do these kids come from?
Oh, I have an after-school program I use.
Movie expects us to believe that this is Fred's first time at Tiger Rock, despite his entire wardrobe throughout the series consisting of Tiger Rock clothing.
Is this legal?
I don't know, but don't worry about it.
Barney decides to run his covert sweatshop operation in a public building with a floor-to-ceiling glass window.
Barney, this is dangerously close to child labor.
Oh, it's just a learning program for them.
Internships.
That's just sweat. Don't worry about it.
Barney is a total jerk to OSHA protocol. 63-second montage of child labor while happy royalty-free Christmas music plays in the background. Nobody acknowledges the elf looking at Fred with murderous intent.
5 billion? What?
Help me.
Movie accidentally reenacts how iPhones are made.
You put here we need 8 billion dodgeballs. They've built 6.
You got a whip?
Legendary Christmas figure Santa Claus casually suggests whipping overworked children, and it is never acknowledged in the movie again.
How many dodgeballs have you made since the last time I checked in? 0.
The movie references the number of times I've laughed watching this so far.
I'm a cotton-headed nitty muggins.
Oh no, a cotton-headed Ninny Muggins.
Movie tries to be funny by reminding the audience of a funnier Christmas movie they could be watching instead.
I thought that today would be a good day to do Secret Santa because I brought my gift.
Fred resorts to child abuse less than 5 minutes after objecting to it.
You got a whip?
No.
Well, I didn't know if you guys deserved a break or not.
Amazon.
I guess we can make an exception and do it.
Barney agrees to this despite being billions of presents behind schedule on the night before Christmas.
Barney, we're never gonna get this done in time if we're doing things like this.
Fred Smith would be excellent at Cinema Sins.
Really?
To be fair, it was a pretty lame gift.
Alright, he loves it, he really loves it, okay.
Lying to children.
Could have done better.
As Giotto walks away, Santa uses his Christmas magic to make the present behind her somehow disappear.
A fart noise maker?
Guys, can't you see? Barney tricked us. We're all his secret Santa.
Is this elf's name Captain Obvious?
We are not getting any presents. He's getting all our presents.
Christoph Zolander gives his best ever FS Projects performance since Child Apocalypse 3.
Sounds like nobody wants to have an ice cream party down around here, do they? What sounds like to me.
Movie teaches that you could get away with child exploitation by bribing your victims with ice cream.
All day you made 6 dodgeballs, and you're giving one of them away? I don't know, this is all you.
Fred Smith not only apparently kills a child, but speedruns all 5 stages of grief in less than 10 seconds.
Can you go get the ice cream for us?
This elf runs the opposite way Barney is pointing. Movie forgot to CGI out the cameraman in this shot. Also, here's another sin for leaving the toilet seat up. Barney is a total jerk to public government signage.
There's Santa Clauses all across the United States. The Santa from the North Pole, he's hired all of us to take care of all these areas, and that's how we get everything done in one night.
The existence of multiple Santa Clauses in an underground gift-giving pyramid scheme is somehow the most believable part of this movie.
So, the real Santa Claus hires a bunch of helper Santa Clauses, and that Santa Claus is in charge of delivering all the presents in their town?
Protagonist finally asks logistical questions about this situation 22 minutes into the film.
Well, why didn't you tell me that from the beginning? Why are you telling me,
Well, that's on a need-to-know basis.
Movie's equivalent of saying, we're not going to explain this plot hole, we're honestly just making this all up along as we go, and just needed a quick way to drag out the runtime. Merry Christmas.
You sure the kids are picked up?
Yeah, they're gone.
Apparently, none of the 20 parents who picked up their children were concerned about the lack of adult supervision in the building when they arrived. The size of Barney's bag in this shot implies that there are only 7 nice children in all of Glendale, Arizona.
Alright, Barney, time to show me some Christmas magic. Do you go down the chimney or something?
I got some more Christmas magic right here. Let me show you how it's done.
Movie writes its way out of spending millions of dollars on CGI. Breaking and entering, leaving cookies out for Santa without any milk.
What happens when a Santa gets caught? Like, what's the procedure? What do we do?
I don't know. This has never happened before.
Movie expects us to believe Barney has run this operation for potentially hundreds of years, yet is just now running into a problem like this.
Help! Stay still!
Fred willingly breaks and enters, incapacitates an innocent child and father, and faces potential jail time just to maybe cut some years off his lease.
Remember what you said to me, Barney? You guaranteed I'd have fun! This isn't fun!
Deal that sounded too good to be true turns out to be too good to be true cliche.
Drink it fast. What was in the water?
For someone who didn't know what was in the water, Fred sure was adamant about making them drink it.
I put a little Santa sleeping powder in there.
Santa sleeping powder.
Yeah.
Santa Claus's entire operation, not unlike many cartels, hinges on exploiting children and drugging his customers.
You know, Barney, what we do is awful. But at least they get to be together on Christmas Eve.
After an entire day of questioning Barney's methods, Fred is surprisingly okay with this. Listening to Train in 2024. During this Christmas stock music-filled delivery montage, movie expects us to believe Fred and Barney live in a world without basic security cameras and alarm systems.
Oh, boy.
Hidden Pepsi Cola sign symbolizes the budget spent making this movie.
Barney, we stole their gifts? We were supposed to give them gifts.
Fred is perfectly fine with tying up and chloroforming people, but draws the line at petty theft. NBC News.
Last night there was a report of over 300 break-ins here in the valley.
Movie expects us to believe the protagonists were somehow fast enough to hit 30 houses an hour across the entire valley. That's like a new house every 2 minutes. Movie never explains why Kingfisher County Police from Oklahoma are investigating residents' break-ins within Glendale, Arizona. Also, this reputable news station uses iMovie font.
Now the insurance denying the claim. Oh, Santa Claus isn't real. Look at my door.
Paying for home insurance without installing proper security equipment. Even a $30 Ring doorbell could have saved this guy a lot of money and explaining.
Barney!
What?
Why?
Why?
Hi, neighbor.
Being a mechanic and the dog poop business and the diner and...
UFOs, astral projections, mental telepathy, ESP, clairvoyance, spirit photography, telekinetic movement.
Yes, Barney?
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want.
That's just sweat. Don't worry about it.
It's blood. So what?
I'm a cat-headed Nitty Muggins.
Oh, you're not a cotton-headed Ninny Muggins. We all just have different talents, that's all.
Barney?
Yeah.
Barney!
What?